talk about solving quadratic equations. A quadratic equation, if you remember, an equation that looks something like this. It's ax squared plus bx plus c. And when you're asked a question, most of the time it will set this equation to 0 and ask for the values of x. So an example of this equation could be x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now, they'll set this to 0, and they'll ask for the values of x. So one way of solving this equation would be the factoring method, where you do something like this, where you turn x squared plus 5x plus 6 into x plus 2 times x plus 3 equal to 0. And by looking at this, since you know that any number multiplied times 0 will equal to 0, you could say that x plus 2 will equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. Because when one of these are 0, that means it doesn't matter what the other one will become, the product will become 0. So you can deduce that x is equal to either negative 3 or negative 2. Let's look at another example. So let's look at the equation x squared minus 8x plus 12 equals 0. Now, we have to factor this equation into two parts, where it's like x plus a times x plus b is equal to 0. And you want the product of a and b to be equal to 12, and the sum of a and b to be negative 8. Now, once you look for numbers like this, you can say that a and b both have to be negative numbers, since the product is positive, but their sum is negative. And after looking at the factors of 12, you can say that a is equal to negative 6 and b is equal to negative 2. And putting the equation together, it'll give you x minus 6 times x minus 2 is equal to 0. And using the same logic from before, you can say that x is equal to 6 and x is equal to 2. And those are your solutions. So there's another tricky case where the first coefficient is not 1. So let's look at the equation 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. On this equation, it gets a little more interesting because it's not going to be just x plus a times x plus b. It's going to be something x plus a plus something x plus b. So in this case, since 2 is a prime number, you know that one of them has to be 2x and the other one has to be x. And you're basically multiplying these two in order to get this. And by saying that these are a and b again, you can tell that it's not just a plus b is equal to negative 3. Instead, it has to be a plus 2b is equal to negative 3. And ab is equal to negative 5. Because when you're distributing this, you're multiplying the b times the 2x and the a times the x. And this b gets multiplied with this 2 here. So after thinking about this for a while, you can deduce that a will equal to negative 5 and b will equal to 1. So putting the equation together, you get 2x minus 5 times x plus 1 is equal to 0. So that means x has to equal either 5 over 2 or negative 1. Let's look at one more special case. So let's look at the equation x squared plus 8x plus 16. So in this equation, let's try the factoring method again. So let's say a times b is equal to 16, and a plus b is equal to 8. So after looking at the factors of 16, you could say that a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 4. So this leaves us with the equation x plus 4 times x plus 4. Well, this is pretty interesting because that means x can only equal negative 4, which is only one solution. And some equations are like that. They only have one solution. And that's because this equation will lead to x plus 4 squared, which is a double root. So there'll only be one solution. So let's look at another way of solving quadratic equations, which is the quadratic formula. So for all quadratic equations, ax squared plus bx plus c, you can express x as negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So let's look at an example problem. Let's look at the equation x squared plus 2x minus 35. So by plugging this in, we get x equals negative 2 plus minus the square root of 2 squared is 4 minus 4 times 1 times negative 35 over 2. And by further simplifying this, we get negative 2 plus minus the square root of 144 over 2. And looking at this further, we get x is equal to negative 2 plus minus 12 over 2, which will lead us to x is equal to either 5 or negative 7. And that is our answer. So that's a way of using the quadratic formula in order to solve this equation. So solving quadratic equations can get kind of confusing. So I've linked the worksheet and its answers in the comments below. So make sure to check that out. Thank you for watching.